Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the shop. Welcome to the live stream. Hope y'all having a great day. I think for once, everything went good. Actually, my batteries in my wireless thing failed about half an hour ago, and luckily I had batteries, so I switched all the batteries out and everything got going good, so hopefully that will all be all that happens. I've been working on the audio, getting that all fixed and everything, so whew. Let's see how this goes. Man, oh man. So any of you guys that are watching the repost or the rebroadcast, make sure to leave comments if you got any ideas for future live streams or any questions on what we're doing here, or just want to say hey. All right, let's get this thing started. Amazon links are down below. I've got knives for sale on my website. The links to that are below, and shirts. This knife is up there now. I just put it up last night. It's all finished and ready to go. Yeah, man. Actually, can catch the shine on that camera. Whew. So, this one's ready to go. Wham! Love it. Oh, man. This has been a crazy week. So, I've often talked about on these live streams how I take care of my mom because she had a stroke and all that. So I had to go pick up her medication. I guess it was Tuesday or Thursday. And this one medication, Eliquis, for blood, thinning the blood, is usually, I would say, maybe $24 or something like that. And I went to pick it up and they're like, oh, this has changed to $400. $400. It's like, whew, man, that's crazy. $400 for one medication for 1 month. But the lady at CVS knows me because I, have to go in there every month. And luckily, she put it in and there was just a glitch in the system. Man, $400 would have changed this whole Christmas. Because, to be honest, December really scares me. Because December is when I had my heart surgery. And then a year to the date later, my mom had her stroke. And then last December, she got put on hospice. And even though she didn't get better, they discharged her from hospice. They just got sick of taking care of her because, they wanted me to put her on morphine and, just drug her up and all that. And I'm like, look, she's not in pain. I'm not putting her on drugs if she's not in pain. So, yeah, she didn't get worse. She stayed the same. She didn't get better. The whole reason they put her in hospice is because she was having these problems. She didn't get better from that, but they're like, oh, well, we don't treat those kind of problems. It's like, well, why did you take her in the first place? Anyway, I digress. So December really freaks me out. So, but Christmas is great and all that. And man, Sprint, I got the iPhone X, but only because Sprint has been screwing me over for the last 2 years. I had a tablet that they gave you free. You just had to pay for $10 data charge. And I disconnected it 2 years ago and told them to stop charging me. And I found out they were charging me for it anyway. So that, and then they're like, well, you don't even use data. Why do they have you on this high plan? I'm like, you tell me. So I got the 10X for like $20 cheaper a month. It's good to know that Sprint's been screwing me over there, huh? So other than that, how's your weekend or week been going? I actually had a pretty good week, finishing the Tanto. And I got some new supplies in. I got some 01 and some 1084 because I want to do some back to basic videos, especially with 01. Because when I started, these are the steels I started out with, 1084 and 01. And I've read a lot of controversy about 01 where you have to put it in an oven, you have to heat treat it, you have to let it soak for so long. But I remember we did 01, with a torch and canola oil. and had no problems. So I want to do a test to see if O1, if it matters if you do it in the oven or if you do it. And then I'm going to do the 1084, kind of a back to basics. I'm going to make some knives, and if you guys watch my regular videos, I always do curved, curved ricassos like this. So I'm going to show you, like the new knife maker, how to just do a straight ricasso, straight up and down, heat treating the whole 9 yards. Back to basics. So anyway, man, I watched this guy, Louis Rossman, because I'm into computers and fixing computers and all that, so I like to stay on top of stuff like that. And he fixes MacBooks mainly. I don't really have, other than my iPhone, I don't have any Apple products. But it's good to watch how to fix computers and keep up to date and stuff like that. And he made a comment about, taking pride in your work and, going that extra step to make sure you do good work. Well, I left a comment, when I was younger and I had a resume after I got out of school, after I got my degree as a computer tech. And on my resume, I wrote, I don't mind doing jobs that others consider remedial. Which means, after I finish my regular work, I don't mind picking up a broom and sweeping up and cleaning up and doing jobs that other people are like, that's not my job. And I've said before, that's the thing that drives me crazy. When people are like, that's not my job. That's not my job. I'm not going to do that. That's not my job. Man, this whole thing is your job. We're here to get this thing done and move on to the next. So I made that comment, and sometimes people's logic just blows my mind. This one guy commented, he goes, well, if everyone works harder, then that'll take away jobs from other people. Because HR will see that they don't need this many people because everyone's working hard. And it's like, man, all I can think of is like saying, well, that guy's going to kill himself, so I might as well shoot him in the head anyway. It's just that kind of backwards logic. It's like, no, if everyone worked harder and did their jobs, then more production would get done, the company would grow, and therefore you would grow too. And this other guy wrote, oh, well, my parents worked at a bakery for 6 hours and they worked hard and all this, they got their work done, and then the bakery made them work 10 hours a day and didn't raise their pay. I said, I'm not saying work longer. I'm just saying take pride in what you do and do the best you can and do other jobs. Take pride in all the work around you. The thing about human nature, if you work for someone and you give them more, they'll start taking more. But you have to tell them, look, if you're taking more, you have to start giving back. There's always give and take. People will always want to take advantage. Even if they don't want to take advantage, people just, human nature, oh, wow, this guy's doing better. Let's see how much farther we can push him. It's just human nature to take and take and take. Which a lot of times I'll find, it's why a lot of times I don't like to take help from other people or ask help from other people, because it makes me feel obligated to them. And I'll see a lot of people do it. It doesn't matter. I can help, like example, I can help someone out 10 times, but they help me out once, and I'll always hear about it. Oh, remember that time I helped you? Remember? So that's one of my big hang-ups with taking help, because it makes you kind of feel obligated. It doesn't matter how much you've helped them, and so it's a fine line about all that stuff. Whew. So, let's get on to the YouTube thing, since I put that as the title. So yesterday I put out a 5-minute video. What people don't seem to realize, that 5-minute video, it took me 2 hours to shoot and still 3 hours to edit. So for 5 minutes of video, that's 5 hours of editing. And YouTube is a really crazy platform. Excuse me, because I've done YouTube videos, you know, and I've gotten better at you know, the payoff is I'm getting better at editing, I'm getting better at, you know, videography, I'm getting better at that. But it's almost like I'm an intern. I've worked on doing my YouTubes and making better content for a year, and I haven't seen 1 cent from YouTube. But the weird dichotomy is I'm my own intern because I'm working for myself as a YouTuber. And I think everyone sees YouTube as this great platform where you can make all this money and do all these things because they see all these big time YouTubers that, you know, have 10,000, 100,000, 1 million subscribers, and they're living large. But until you get to that platform, it's hard work, harder work. And the more you learn, the harder and more into it. Well, at least for me, you know, the more I learned about it and all that, the more you want to make everything better. But there's a catch there, because when you start watching videos, it's like, you know, how to grow fast, how to do this, you know, this is what you need. You start falling into these little traps where you think that's what you have to do. And, you know, in the last couple of weeks, and it goes for Instagram too. Hey, what's up, Chip? Yeah, you know, I messed up, and I didn't put the time and date on there. So it came up as yesterday at 8 o'clock or something. So sorry about that, guys, but you all can watch the repost at least. I'll say one thing, at least everything went bad before the live stream. This actually went good. My batteries died and all that, and I put up the wrong dates and all kinds of stuff was going on. But it seems like everything's running pretty good. So I'll take it. Oh man, thanks for stopping by, Chip. I can always count on you. That's good to know. But yeah, so people see these, you know, people doing YouTube and they think it's easier. But as you get caught up, so and Instagram, you know, and what I figured out is all these guys that are doing these videos like how to grow media fast and how to grow your YouTube channel, how to grow your Instagram channel, they put out those videos because they get the most clicks. You know, it's kind of that catch-22. They're growing their own social media so people can look and say, oh, wow, they know what they're talking about because they got all these clicks. They got all this, you know, people interacting with them because what they are talking about is what people want to know. But there is no fast solution to YouTube. You know, you might get lucky and go viral, but it's very uncommon. You just have to keep working steady, and focus on what you want to do. And I always see this, like I started going to that, what's his name? Cody. He was with Peter McKinnon. Cody, I can't think of his last name, but he started No Small Creator Group. And I always see people asking, what do I do? How do I make better content? I don't know. I don't have any ideas. You know, I don't know what to film. I don't know how to film. I'm no good at filming. What should I make? Well, what you got to do is you got to get your phone, get your camera, get anything, whatever you got for recording, and think. You know, sit down and what are my interests? What really makes me happy? You know, do I like to draw? Like me. Do I make knives, music? And you got to start doing it. And even if you don't do it to become a YouTuber, do it just to show your progress and see how much, you know, all you knife makers out there, even if you don't want to become a YouTuber, I would suggest as you're building, as you're making your knives, as you're making your first knife or your 10th knife or whatever, record yourself and see what it looks like, and then play these videos back, and that way you can just see, you know, today's digital age is the best, you know, best age ever. We can actually just, we don't have to say, oh man, I'm not making any progress. You can record yourself every time you go in the shop, every time you sit down and draw. You know, if you cook, anything you do, you can record that. Because one thing about, if you do something every day, you won't notice your progress. But if you record yourself every day and then you go back and look at a month ago, you'll be like, wow, look how far I've actually come. And then you go back a year and you'll be like, wow, I can't believe this is where I started. If you go back and watch some of my older videos, whew, they were bad. I've said before, I've thought about sitting here trying to hook up a camera and a screenshot so you can get, you can watch me watch my old videos and see the grid, see how bad my face looks while I'm watching these videos. Because people, like Chip, who asked me, do you have a video about this? And I'll go back and try to find one. And the ones I find, it's like, ooh, I can't tell them to watch that. That's horrible. Which, Chip, I'm going to make a video on my logos next. I might do a couple vlogs here and there, but my next big video is going to be making an etcher. Making your own etching machine. Let me see if I can find it. Like this. People spend $200 on an etching machine, and all you need is a wall wart, a switch, and some wire. And it's AC/DC, because a wall wart is DC. Whoop. Oh, hold on. I'll get that later. But anyway, the wall wart is DC, but there's a transformer in here and a bridge rectifier you tap off to get AC, so then you can have it. Because if you buy an etching machine to put your logos on, it's like $200. I'm not kidding you. $200 for one of those professional etchers. Now, you can take all their parts and put it in a box and make it look like they do. I've almost thought about doing that, building some etchers and selling them. But, I don't know. I do like electronics. Like, when I get into titanium and a folder, I've actually got titanium down here somewhere. It's funny, yeah. When I first got into knife making, I wanted to make folders. I didn't even like fixed blades, really. I bought titanium, I bought bearings, I bought everything you could do to make a folder, but I tried to, I've showed this before. Oh, where did it go? Oh, here it is. I tried to make just a friction folder and got stuck here. So, I hope I didn't mess the audio up hurt you guys' ears. So, carbon fiber. That's titanium here. This is titanium. And now that I got my disc grinder, I want to finish this, but I keep getting other projects put up. This blade right here is CPM 154. It's the only blade I've ever done with CPM 154. I still got some more of it left. And, yeah. So, I need to do it. I need to try to make my first folder. Which what's coming? I sold that knife to Heath, or made that knife for Heath. And I took the money and I put it back in, and I'm making a second heat treat oven. Because my big oven, it doesn't really go up to over like 1,500. And for stainless steel, you need like 1950. So I figured if I make just a small oven that's like 13 inches long by like 6 inches by 6 inches for just regular knives, I could do stainless steel. That way I could heat my big oven up to 1,500, let everything soak, and then when the small oven gets to 1950, I throw them in there and bam. So I can start doing a lot more stainless. Because there's a lot of super steels. The audio bad again? Ugh. Test. No, the audio should be good. Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, the audio is good, or is the audio bad? It sounds good to me. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, bad? Huh. Huh. Really? Has it been bad the whole time? Huh. Is that better? Oh, I see. Oh man, I don't know. I've almost been thinking about stopping these live stream with all these problems, but now you gotta tell me if something's bad. Uh, Let me see something. Uh, let's see. That sounds better, right? Hmm. All right. Let's see. I guess we'll just go with that. Oh man. Anyway, um, well, that sucks. Anyway, I got some good carbon fiber. Right, right. Hmm. I just changed the batteries in this. Maybe it's this microphone. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. The microphone's right here. Is that, let's see. Is that better? It shouldn't be peaking now. Hmm. All right, looks like I need a new microphone. I'll get that for Christmas. That should be better because it's not even in the yellow or anything. Not better? Oh, let me see. Let's see. Is that any better? Or is that louder? That should be better. Maybe that's what I have to do. Just turn. There. Okay. I just got to go with that, I guess. Because I've been trying to run everything through a limiter, but yeah, it must be this mic. So I don't know. I don't know. Sorry guys. Anyway, let me show you this carbon fiber. Check it out. It's like blue and black. I got it from AJ's Composite. So, oh, can you see? Let's see if we can see it here. Yeah. It's got like a blue and black trace. I really like it. It's really expensive. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a new mic. Maybe I'll just have to bring down one of my recording mics from my studio upstairs. I just don't want to bring my good mics down here because then they get all messed up and things go bad, and you know, I don't want to ruin a good mic. I'll just have to invest in a new one. Anyway, well, that was a big detour. Oh, so yeah, just record yourself doing stuff, and then, you know, watching your progress, and then you'll be surprised when you go back how far you've actually come. And, you know, when I first started this, you know, I didn't want to become a YouTuber. I didn't want to start doing videos every week and all that. I just wanted to see how better it looked when I did my knives. And the more I got into it, you know, at first I shot with the, if you go back and watch the beginning of this video, I had a tablet, so Sprint gave me free, and I used that tablet to record in my iPhone. And then I invested like $100 into a camcorder, and then my videos got better and better and better, and I started going from a camcorder, and I invested in this camera right here. But so, you know, as you go, you know, you pay off your phone, so then you get another phone. So now I got two phones, and I bought a couple action cameras. Like this camera right here is an action camera. It was like $60. And I started doing it, you know, if you watch my videos where I'm grinding, it's the one I always wear on my chest. But then what I like to do is, this camera here is only 1080p. So I'll shoot this in 1080p for my main camera, and then my iPhone does 4K, and the action cameras do 4K. And when you shoot in 1080p, you can downscale to 4K, because, like, say you're editing, your 1080p is this big, but your 4K is this big. So you can move the picture around, and, you know, you have so much more options when you do 1080p, but then downscale from 4K. So 4K does look crispier, but for some reason Canon doesn't do 4K cameras unless you spend like $2,000 on one. But Canon, in my opinion, has the best picture and the best autofocus. So it's all a give and take. I've looked into a few other cameras, but I spent my money on this one, so I got to stick with it. Plus, even if I had a 4K camera, I'd probably downscale it to 1080p. Yeah, Chip, cameras and all this. I never even owned a camera until I started doing YouTube. Like I said, I started with my tablet and my iPhone. My dad was always into cameras and all that, but I didn't know anything about it. You give me a camera, but now since I've been getting more into it, man, I'm getting to the point where I can almost give other people advice. And I've only had this camera since August, so it's all about what you put into it. And the best part is, I can go back since August and keep watching, you know, even like my first videos in August and all that were pretty bad. The video was pretty bad, and it's just slowly, like, they were either overexposed, like everything's blown out and, you know, too bright, or underexposed, or too yellow, or whatever. But I've gotten to the point where I'm actually happy with my videography. Now I just gotta learn how to take photos. If you watched the video yesterday, man, I struggled and struggled trying to take photos. But it's all a learning process. I don't know if I want to take this knife. See, I did the video. These two knives were done basically at the same time. This one's W2 and this is 1095. Because I wanted to see if Parks or McMaster Carr gave a better hamon. But I don't know if I want to high polish this one like I did this one. I mean, this what? You guys, if you've been watching, this took me like 2 or 3 months to high polish. But we'll see. It's getting pretty good. I actually had some scratches down here that I couldn't get out. They must have been like 80. So I had to go all the way back down to an 80 grit and then come back. Now I'm back up to 400. And I don't see... Oh, no, I see some scratches. See, that's the thing about hand sanding. You get up to a certain grit, then, say I just finished like 120 and I go up to a 400 grit, and I look, and all of a sudden it's like, man, there's the higher grits bring out all the scratches you missed in the lower grits. I might just have to put this back on the grinder. My easy way out. Because, man, these scratches right here. I don't know if you can see those. Scratches right. Let's see. There's scratches like right here. Oh, I can't. There. Yeah, right there. No, oh, we're out of focus. Let's see if we can do it on this one. Right here, there's scratches that won't come out, so I have to keep going back down. Like right there. I had it up to a 400. You know, the best result, it's hard to say because I like the picture quality of the iPhone better, but I really like the options to change the lenses on the DSLR. And I think also a lot of it was user error. But if I had to go with my DSLR or my iPhone X with one lens, I think I'd pick the iPhone X. Because the cool thing about iPhones now, if like I edit everything in Adobe, so I got the whole suite. So I got Lightroom, Photoshop, and Rush and Premiere Pro. And you put Lightroom on your phone, you can shoot your phone in RAW, which means like if you take a camera and you shoot like a regular camera, that's usually JPEG, which means the phone or the camera takes the picture and compresses it down, so you can't really edit it as much. But if you shoot in RAW, you get, RAW, the files are like 2 or 3 times as big, but you get everything, so you can change the contrast, you can change how it looks. So to be able to shoot in RAW on an iPhone is awesome. And, for photography, I almost like the iPhone better. But when it comes to videos and being able to change lenses and do, see, I don't do much photo work. So when it comes to that, the camera wins. Now they have lenses that you can put on your iPhone, but they can only get so good because you're still using the same iPhone lens, just putting an extra lens on it. Yeah, I've been thinking about just using my iPhone for pictures and all that, but definitely need the DSLR for video. But take all this with a grain of salt, because honestly, I'm not good at taking pictures. I don't know much about photography. Steve Milanaz was telling me, man, you should go and like buy some tactical, stuff that kind of goes into the tactical theme, like maybe some bullets or like burlap. That's the thing. I need to start adding more stuff into my pictures and not just taking them flat. The great thing is I have my great grandfather's gun. He fought in the Civil War. He lied about his age. He was the youngest person to fight for the North. I know all you guys down south might not like that, but yeah, McCoy, I think it's Patrick McCoy. But I got his rifle. I've got his Civil War rifle. And when, my mom and me pass, it's supposed to go to a museum in Gettysburg. So, and I've been thinking about bringing that down, or maybe even just the bayonet and taking some pictures with that. Excuse me, but I've got to figure out some other things. I've never even owned a gun. I've been shooting like once or twice, and I'd love to learn, but so I've never even had the need for bullets or anything. But it would be cool to own some. Own a gun, that is. And I live here in Virginia, so the NRA headquarters is about 10 miles away, so I can learn how to shoot and all that. That's the one thing, I'm completely for gun rights and owning guns, and everyone should be able to own guns, but I think there should be, not laws, but I think there should be, set standards. If you want to learn to drive a car, you have to take a class and learn how to drive. If you want to own a gun, you should have to take classes and learn how to shoot a gun. Mainly so you don't kill yourself or your family, really. I mean, love to see the pictures. If you go on my Instagram, I've been putting up the pictures as I go. Oh, getting bullets. Yeah, I'd love to see it too. I should be, I found there's a place, Ranger Surplus closed down in my area for some reason. But there is an ammo shop up the street, so I'm going to go in there and see what they suggest. Man. These scratches, I think I'm going to have to put that back on the grinder, because they're just not coming out. Whew. Man. Well, oh, the rifle. Yeah. Maybe I'll bring it down, or maybe I'll show it to you guys. Maybe I'll do a video and put it in the video. That's a good idea. So, but I think that's about it. I gotta get a new microphone or something, because, yeah. I don't know. Or maybe I need to get better headphones so I can hear what it sounds like. Because it sounded alright, but I'm also listening through like earbuds. So, that could be the problem. But anyway, thanks guys for showing up. Appreciate it as always. Hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to try to get a few more videos out. I kind of like the vlogging style thing. It still takes forever to edit and shoot, but it's still fun to do. And I'm going to get those 01. See, it's been raining here for the last 2 or 3 days, and I have to go outside to do all the heat treating for those 01 and 1084 videos, but I'm going to try to get them up. And the etcher. I definitely want to do the etcher video. So, that's I got all these ideas, but not the time. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new here, like, subscribe. If you're watching the repost, comment. Thanks all you guys for showing up. I'm going to try to get a handle on this audio thing, so, we'll get it figured out. I don't know why all of a sudden, maybe I need to start taking all my mic equipment upstairs so it's not sitting down here. So that might be the problem too. But, thanks for coming by. Hope you have a good week. And as always, Take it easy.